Ladies and gentlemen, on this somber rainy day, it's pouring down raining outside, man. Focus TV Mailbag is back in effect.
Yes.
My co-host to my right, man, my man Domo Rose. Shout out Morgan State.
Hello, world.
I see y'all. Much love. Shout out to the Bears, man. And yours truly, Jerrell Leaper. We're here. Another edition, man. It's the Domo and Dap Show, Domo Show. We're finally here, man. There are 2 teams left standing. And not just any teams, the same teams from the past 3 years.
Yep.
Man.
Definitely. And it's a record. This is the fourth
consecutive NBA Finals.
That is wicked. I love it, though. I love the competition. I love to see the best teams, the best players go at it. So, I can't be mad.
Yeah, man. You duke it out. People say it was a formality.
Mm-hmm.
But in the Eastern and Western Conference Finals, we experienced a Game 7.
Definitely.
I don't know if we've ever had 2 Game 7s, like, back-to-back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I don't know if we've ever had
back-to-back.
Hey, what do you want? You want to be home and start with East Coast, Eastern Conference, or Western Conference?
Let's start with the West.
Start with the West.
Let's start with the West.
Okay, so in Game 5, Chris Paul goes down with a minute left, and it later finds out it's a right hamstring sprain out 2 to 4 weeks, so he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Game 6, and both Game 6 and 7, they had halftime leads of a double digit. The Rockets did.
Mm-hmm.
Game 6, third quarter, the Warriors got hot, and that's all she wrote. They won by like 30. It was like, all right, cool, but that was Game 6. It was the Clay game.
Mm-hmm.
Something about Clay in Game 6.
Definitely.
Where he just averages, 35 points, has like at least
Crazy
9 threes. Something ridiculous. So that's Game 6.
Mm-hmm.
Game 7, again, slow start.
Mm-hmm.
Rockets looking like, okay, we're going to take advantage.
Definitely.
And I'm going to be honest, I'm rooting for the Warriors, but there was a lot of points left on the table because of the refs.
A whole lot.
Like James, he should have had that continuation 4-point play.
Definitely.
And instead, they just like foul. There was a couple other times James Harden was fouled. To me,
look
at it objectively, they left 10 points in that third quarter.
And
that would have won the game.
Points.
And that would have won the game. It's just those 10 points alone. However, they went on to miss 27 threes. In a row.
Cannot do that.
That is the literal definition of live by the 3, die by the 3. They were 7 of 44 from 3.
Mm-hmm.
Dama, we're not NBA players at all.
Nope.
But if you put us in an NBA game,
I
we could shoot 7 of 44 collectively.
I might go 44 for 44. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to y'all people. Mamba had to learn it from somebody. But
I'm going to let you be great.
Good man.
But collectively, you and
right.
I could shoot 7 of 44 from 3.
Right.
And for us, that would be good. These are the best players on earth.
Yep.
How do you miss 27 threes in a row? And another thing, shout out to all my Knicks fans. The John Starks game 7, where he was horrible and it lives in infamy. And it was against the Rockets in '94. The Rockets team had a collective John Starks game.
Right.
How does Trevor Ariza play 40 minutes? 40 minutes.
Yeah, he was.
And not get a bucket. He was 0 for 11 from 3?
Something like that.
Fam.
That's crazy.
Again, you and I, we are not NBA players. We do not have what it takes to make it to the NBA.
I don't know. What's this? Y'all need somebody to come in off the bench at the 2-1.
Maybe the rain's messing with us. I say all that to say, you put us in the game for 40 minutes. We can get a layup. Really? Like,
yeah, I don't.
How do you 27 threes? And it wasn't even like all of them were contested. They had a lot of good shots.
They did.
It just didn't fall.
So like you said, I call this game, when talking about the Rockets, and I'll use it as a quote, live by the 3, die by the 3 game.
I've never seen that, man.
The Rockets, they played brilliant defense in the first half of Game 7.
They did.
They played brilliant defense, and there are actual clips of James Harden playing defense.
The thing is, Harden's always been able to play defense.
He has, but
and then once he got traded to Houston, it was just like it just vanished.
Right.
But I agree, they played defense.
They were getting turnovers. They were getting out in transition. They were attacking the paint because they knew that Golden State did not have a rim protector. Klay Thompson had 3 quick fouls.
Now, some of those were wild.
They were wild.
Yeah, like, I say one was a foul. The other two, that's tit for tat, man.
So, you know, after the halftime, I don't know what went on. So, after halftime, I'm going to nickname that false hustle because that's what it was. After halftime, the Rockets displayed false hustle. I don't know what happened to Mike D'Antoni and his coaching staff at halftime and after halftime. Usually at halftime, you know, they go in, the coaches go in, and the players, they go in and strategize on what is working and what wasn't working. But it seemed as if D'Antoni said, no, we got here by shooting threes, so what are we going to do? We're going to keep shooting threes. And the title of that Game 7 was Live by the Three, Die by the Three. So James Harden and the Rockets, they came out in the third quarter jacking. Like, they were jacking everything.
It was empty the clip.
Yep.
And it just
empty the clip. And it's now shoot to shoot. But if you miss 10 to 15 in a row, you do not take 10 to 15 more.
But they use what you said earlier, the Mamba mentality, right? You got to shoot yourself out of it. That's their mentality. But like,
as a team, though, that's sick.
No, I agree with you. And as a team, why didn't D'Antoni let's arrange some mid-range game? Like, okay,
that's what
start
coaching
from the
comes
three.
in.
Do a pick and roll, do a quick 15-foot floater, like something.
Because, yeah, you come in.
27 threes, bro.
You have to try to mix it up. That's by getting to the free throw line, you know, attempting to slow the game down because it gets more to Golden State. You have to try to slow the game down.
That stuff was crazy, dog.
Yep. Attack the basket. That's getting dunks, layups, and put pressure on Golden State to make shots. And that did not happen. Like you said, they were, They were 7 for 44 from the 3-point.
Yeah.
They shot 63% from the 2-point range. They were 24 for 46 from the 2-point range. They shot 63%. So instead of focusing on that, they decided to shoot 44 threes.
44. They shot the most threes in history. In a single season.
I didn't even know that.
The Rockets, in a single season, this Rockets team shot the most threes in the history of the NBA. You would think it'd be the Warriors.
You're right.
You would think it would be the Warriors because of their arsenal and who they have shooting the ball. But it was the Rockets this year.
Right, and they missed 27 straight 3-point field goals.
They said the odds of that was like over 1 in 100,000.
That's crazy.
Like, if I would have, can you imagine, like, you know what, let's just say, I'm sick in the head, man, I'm going to put some money up. I bet the Rockets going to miss 27 threes in a row.
Right.
I'll put that in Vegas, right? At the beginning of the game, I'm a millionaire, Dom. I am a millionaire. Do you know how wild that is?
That's very wild.
You wouldn't make that on a drunk day.
The force was not with them. They was not on their side.
And then in the fourth quarter, KD stepped up, and that's all she wrote.
KD was KD.
And that's all she wrote.
Yep.
And it's, and Eric Gordon was like, man, Chris Paul was here, we would have won Game 7. I'm like, fam, y'all missed 27 threes.
27. Now, Chris Paul, the reason they brought him there was to be a game manager,
And he played
get
defense,
them together, and he plays defense. So I don't think they would have missed 27 3-point field goals in a row with Chris Paul at the point guard.
I agree with that.
But winning the game, that's a different story. Now, I went on a limb and said I had Houston winning the game.
You did?
I was kind of I love going for the underdogs. I always go for the underdogs. So, but Golden State, they're a different animal. And
the thing is, it's like Golden State, I was talking to Wilson about it, shout out Wilson, and we was like, they still are figuring themselves out.
Definitely.
But their talent is so great that once they click in single game situations, it's a wrap.
And their quarter is that third quarter.
That third quarter,
the first and second quarter while Houston was doing their thing, I was like, okay, this is cool. But I wasn't even tripping. Third quarter come, you can be up by 10, 15, 20. When Golden State decides to click, it's like that lead goes back down. You had Steph Curry gave the ball up to Jordan Bell, and then Jordan Bell
hit the between the legs.
And Steph Curry
that joint was so nice.
His body, splash.
Oh,
and after
that,
the momentum was done. You can't let them get momentum. Like, it doesn't matter if they're home, on the road, it was Rucker Park, Berry Farms.
No, it was funny because, like, this one girl I follow on Twitter, she was like, yo, do it for Pimp C. do it for Big Mo. And I was like, nah, do it for Mac Dre. Do it for E40. Like, he there. Like, let's get it.
Right.
And she ain't hit me back, and she fell away. But it's cool. But for that to go down, how it went down. And known in James Harden's postseason career, he's had some some no-shows. The
He
2012 NBA Finals,
he
was nowhere to be found.
Mm-hmm.
You look at when they blew, did they blow a 3-1? No, they actually got 3-1 lead, but then he chokes away. And then last year, he loses in the second round to the Spurs without Kawhi. He just wasn't shooting the ball. It was like, he's the best player, and he's not shooting the ball, and he's in the strip club that night.
It was like a mental thing. Like,
yeah,
he
and
just
this year
wasn't
it's like,
doing
yo,
it.
he's here, he's doing it. And then they just missed 27 threes, bro.
I'm not even going to say effort. It's just like IQ. Like, are you guys serious? Like,
it's one of them things like, y'all know, it's one thing like, all right, if I'm cold, fine. Like, I'm going to do my job to pass the ball.
Right.
And I'm going to help my team win.
Everybody has a role.
Passing and playing defense. Mm-hmm. If the whole team is missing threes, it's like, all right, guys. Let's design some plays in the mid-range.
Mm-hmm.
Let's space them out and then draw some fouls, and do what we got to do.
Something different.
That was unacceptable.
It was. So I enjoyed that series, though.
Oh, it was a great series. It was a great series. It definitely went longer than I thought it would go.
Definitely.
And I feel like the Warriors blew some games, especially that game 5.
CP3 was
it was just
crazy.
Like, to me, it was KD and coaching. It was like, Kerr, why are you running KD ISOs? You don't have to do that. Mm-hmm. Run it through Steph. Like, KD is a walking bucket. Literally. He's always going to get 25. Mm-hmm. You can just pencil him for at least 25. Mm-hmm. Get Steph and Clay going. Mm-hmm. Then KD's going to emerge. Because once Steph and Clay gets going, then you're like, I got to draw my attention on him. Mm-hmm. And when you do that, KD's the closer in this game.
And the Warriors, they're so great. It's like the great thing about Golden State is that Steph Curry is the catalyst for their team, and the rest of the Warriors play off of him. So, Golden State, they did not panic during the first half. When I said that Steph Curry is the catalyst, when he's doing his thing and they have to worry about him, the spacing on the floor is not as tight. They got to worry about the other shooters. When you got Steph Curry going behind the back.
Yeah, it's Saucing Young.
His 3-point shots are like dunks, like LeBron James dunks or Domo dunks or something,
All right, guys, y'all really need to y'all gotta check y'all man.
But yeah, it's crazy, man. Golden State, I don't even have anything to say about them.
So let's switch it to the East. We were going back and forth. Mm-hmm. Cavs, Celtics. Celtics were the better team.
They were.
Celtics, better coach. Mm-hmm. LeBron James. That dude different.
He's he's different.
And once they won Game 6, because remember, no one had won on the road. Mm-hmm. So I was like, all right,
10-0.
Yeah, they won undefeated in the postseason. Mm-hmm. I was like, Game 6. Cool. The Cavs gonna force a Game 7, and it was like, yo, Celtics gonna win. I'm like, there's no way with a game on the line to go to the NBA Finals that they're gonna lose this game. Now I said LeBron had dropped 60. I was saying that, I was tweeting it because I was thinking. Remember, all games 1 through 6 were relatively high scoring games. Most of them were over 100 points.
Right.
So I was like, LeBron will have to drop 60. This is 87 to 79. Sick. LeBron dropped 35, but you do the percentages, that's still like 40 to 50% of the score, and for LeBron to lead this team how he did, and yo, big ups to Jeff Green, man.
Yep, Chevelle's own.
Jeff Green, PG County. Hey, I want to give a big shout out to PG County. Not 1, not 2, but 3.
Yep.
3 players in the NBA Finals.
KD, Jeff Green.
We the best area.
We are the mecca of basketball right now.
And if you think otherwise, you're delusional.
No, I show my respect to New York. Shout out to New York, of course. But we are the mecca right now.
Always have been.
But that Game 7, I'm going to give that its own name. And that was best player versus best team. So, the Cavs won 87 to 79. Now, I'm always LeBron, he's very different. Like Jerrell says, he's very different. In that game, different. There were 3 P's and 1 L. That was pace, poise, patience, and leadership, and that was shown by LeBron James.
All right, I like that. Look at Domo actually redeeming himself for him trying to say something earlier. I give it to you.
Kobe's still the great, but yeah. LeBron James created, attempted, or defended on 42% of the shots in Game 7. Let me repeat that. LeBron James created, attempted, or defended on 42% 2%. Look, I got a retain in my mouth now, so.
Hey, now I lived that Brace's life, so I feel you, dog. It's okay.
But yeah, he created, attempted, and defended on 42% of shots in Game 7. So what amazed me the most about LeBron James' game, as of now, is how he continues to add different facets to his game that makes him unstoppable. You know, his dribble drive left game is ridiculous now, where he shoots it off one leg off the glass. I believe he had a game winner during his playoffs like that.
Yeah, the joint against the Raptors.
Yes, it's sick. You know, early in his career, he was able to work inside out and then hit the perimeter and get hot. But in Game 7 and his game now, it's the reverse of that, because his three-point shot is what got him going in that Game 7, and that's a great thing to see. He's not comfortable in his game. He's always wanting to get better, and that's something you love to see, especially from the greatest player in the game right now. Right. You don't want to see complacency, and he doesn't accept that. I love that.
To me, you forgot to mention the real turning point in the game.
Uh-oh.
When Jason Tatum dunked on Bron.
Ooh, that's a bad boy.
Now, see, I'm going to be real.
That's a bad boy.
As a Maryland Terps fan, I hate Duke. But in my hatred of Duke, I can allow myself to realize, like, hey, yo, there's certain players they had. Like, I'll never forget when I first saw Kyrie play. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, yo, this dude right here, man, they going all the way. And then he got hurt, and I was like, oh, man. All right, cool. And then with Tatum, you look at him as like, yo, I don't know if he's going to be good with Duke, but when he gets to the league, he's going to be nice.
Right.
And he got J'd up in Game 6 with them 2 clutch threes by Bron.
He did.
And he redeemed himself by dunking on Bron. Now here's where the turning point happened. When he dunked on him.
And he chest bumped him, too. He didn't just dunk on him.
That's what changed it. It's like when you have a moment like that, to me, I was joking with my co-host on my podcast. I was like, yo, he should have did the Malcolm Brogdon thing. Should have dunked on him and then just ran away. Like, stare down.
Nah.
No. I'm not saying Malcolm Brogdon just was like dunk, ran. He stared down, but he didn't touch him. Mm-hmm. Like, when you touch him, it's like a word. And I know you haven't watched Avengers. You got to pray for him and his choices. But when it's like, yo, you should have went for the head, snap. And it's like, yo, I'm still me. Like, oh, you thought that was it? Oh, you thought that was it? Mm-hmm. All right, cool. I'm about to J you up. And that's what happened.
Right.
Like, and I got to give a big salute to Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Like, their team.
The future.
To me, my hot take is, I don't know what happens this offseason, but let's say all rosters stay the same.
Right.
Like, all the powers stay the same. I don't see LeBron going back next year because I see the Celtics only getting better, and I believe in Fultz. I know a lot of people in the general sense have counted him out, but Fultz was that one person they needed in this playoffs.
I don't know why he didn't play.
No, I mean, I don't think he would have mattered this season, but next season, look, no one's stopping Embiid. No, whatever he gets is what he gets. They're going to try to contain Ben like they did this time. But if you have a slasher who's a guaranteed bucket getter, which you and I both know Markelle Fultz to be.
A bucket.
Who's stopping that in the East?
Nobody.
So I see, honestly, Sixers, Celtics, Eastern Conference Finals, unless they're seeded 2-3 or 1-4 next season. I feel like those are the teams that's going to fight to go to the finals next year. Because as great as LeBron is, and as, you know, I guess how this team is constructed, they will improve. They'll get better, and they'll have the chops to go back if they are the same team. But I just think the other team's talent and their experience is what's going to overcome LeBron. Like, LeBron's great, but LeBron can't stop Joel Embiid. Yo, LeBron's great, but is he stopping Irving and Hayward with a Brad Stevens coach system? I don't think so. That's just me.
Bron the DC hashtag. I've been saying that for about a year now. I'm claiming it.
I don't know.
I'll be the first and maybe the only one on that. But hey,
nah, there's some people. I don't know how I feel though. You know how wild that, like, LeBron has tortured our childhood, dog.
He has. And I've hated that for a while, but I love the game before. I put the game before any player, so.
Yeah, no, for sure. But that would take some getting used to.
And that would give us some experience, because like you said, the Celtics, they lacked experience. And when it comes to Game 7, hold on, let me read these Game 7 stats. In the last 10 years, LeBron's record in a Game 7 is 6-0. He's averaged 34.5 points, 49% field goal percentage, 11 rebounds, 6.2 assists. You know, in the Celtics, they won 10 in a row at home, like we stated earlier.
Right.
And they played well. But when it comes to time in the playoffs where experience matters.
It matters.
Shaq stated, when you are in a Game 7 at home, if you do not blow the opponent out and put them away early, they will begin to gain confidence.
Absolutely.
And that's what LeBron James did.
Yeah.
By showing poise, patience, pace, and leadership.
Nah, I respect that.
And that's crazy. He's the GOAT right now.
So we say all that to say, Cavs Warriors Part 4. Do you think it's gonna be like year 2 where it was Game 7 and we was like in awe for 4 minutes because no one made a basket and we're all just freaking out like who's gonna win?
Mm-hmm.
Is it gonna be like Game 1 where someone gets injured? Hopefully that doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it gonna be like year 3 where it's like they can't stop KD? That's it.
It's pretty much gonna be year 3 because I'm gonna run the season series this year. Golden State Warriors.
But it's 2 different teams though.
They are, but
no, I'm saying 2 different Cavs teams.
They are, and I like that Cavs team at the beginning, playoff wise, as a playoff team. I feel like they would have been a little bit more. They would have added a little bit more to the game. But
no, I agree.
You know, Golden State, they're 2-0. Like you said, this is 2 different teams, but Golden State is 2-0 as far as points. The Cavs average 100. Golden State 108. Field goals percentage. The Cavs 39%. Golden State 47%.
Right.
Assists. This is where it gets crazy. Assists. The Cavs are at 19.5 assists a game, and the Golden State Warriors are at 30 assists. And fast break points, Golden State is 26.5, and the Cavs are 10.5.
I can see, and that's all sounds accurate because if you look at how Golden State plays, not even just against the Cavs, just in general, how they're able to space the ball. Like you saw Game 7, Steph throws it to Bell, and then you thinking Bell gonna take it. Bell's like, nah, between the legs, Steph, I got you, bro. Cash, and that's what they do.
And if the Cavs couldn't handle those barrage of threes from the Celtics, I don't know how they gonna handle Golden State when that's really what they do. They're professional snipers.
KD's averaging 40, guys, because no one's checking him. Like KD averaged 35 last year. Mm-hmm. Why wouldn't he average 40? Who's stopping Kevin Durant?
Mm-hmm. So what are your keys to the Cavs winning? What do you say the keys to successfully beating, or at least playing up to par, challenging them?
You have to stop the backcourt. You have to limit the back. Like you have to do what the Rockets were doing, which was kind of letting Kevin get his. Because we can't stop him.
Right.
But Kevin, he scores what he think. To me, when I watch Kevin play, Kevin doesn't you never see Kevin go for 80 or 90 or whatever. I feel like he can.
He can, but he plays within his game.
He plays within his game. He plays to help get other people involved. So he'll limit his scoring. So I feel like you let Kevin score and try to contain Clay and Steph. You do that, and there's no Iguodala. There's no Iguodala, and no Iguodala. That helps defensively.
I don't know. He may play. He's
not playing Game 1. He's not playing.
And Kevin Love is playing.
Yeah, so that helps defensively. On offense for Cleveland, they have to be aggressive because in the first half, especially like these playoffs, the Warriors have just been lackadaisical.
Definitely.
It's just been like, oh, okay, it is what it is.
We'll get it started.
Third quarter, we'll turn it up. So they got energy the whole game. Don't live and die by the 3. Now, granted, you got to make your threes because this Warriors team can come back in a blink of an eye. But slow the game down. The Warriors play with a quick pace. Like you said, pacing. Slow the pace down. Make good shots. Make good shot selections.
And sub correctly.
Yeah. And I got to just play with effort. And for the Warriors to win, my keys for the Warriors to win, turn up the pace, effort in the very beginning, like just off rip. Let's just blow these dudes out. Like no games. Let's finally hit all our switches. Play defense. Know your zone. Know your man. Your rotations, and then run it through Steph. Allow Steph to get going. Steph doesn't have to have the 30-point game, but let Steph have like 28. Like
who's guarding
averaging
him?
like what 28, 10, and 9
George
in the
Hill?
last finals.
Yeah, something like that.
And George Hill don't want that smoke. Bro.
Who else could maybe on him?
Like if you if the backcourt can get theirs, it's a wrap. Because if the backcourt gets theirs, no one's stopping Kevin.
I think this will be a Klay Thompson finals. Honestly,
you know,
matchup wise.
You know, I'm with that. And in 2016. Klay was the reason they got there. Like in my opinion, if it wasn't for Klay, they don't even make it to the NBA Finals 2016. And had they would have been able to pull it out and beat LeBron in Game 7, I think Klay's the MVP. Just based on how he was playing that series, like Klay was balling.
I agree.
So I feel like it's another Klay matchup. But when they use Klay, they haven't won playing through Klay as a series. They won playing through KD. They won playing through Steph.
And Klay supports them very well.
I would want to see if they could win with Klay, and Klay does have the better matchup. Because who will be guarding him? What, JR or Corver?
Or Rodney Hood if he gets any PT.
That's cash. Like, you look at that like, that's...
Barbecue chicken, doors.
Yeah, easy money.
But as for the Cavs, you know, LeBron would be great. But I really believe he will need at least 3 other guys to average double figures, and that's outside of K-Love. K-Love, to me, in my opinion, he has to average at least 18 points.
I agree.
And he needs at least 3 others to average 10 or more.
Yeah, he would need Kevin Love to go off, Jeff Green.
Maybe Korver.
And Korver.
And that's just to make it competitive because
I agree.
If the Cavs could not win more than one game in 2017 when the Golden State won it 4-1, what are they going to do without Kyrie in 2018?
And think about it. When they won, they had to shoot a record. They had to make a record number of threes in an NBA Finals game.
They did.
To win. You had to break records just to win one game.
That's sick. So I don't see them. Honestly, I'm not going to say it's going to sweep because
I say 5.
I respect LeBron's game
at
so
best
much.
5.
At best 5. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's showtime at the Apollo, womp, bring the broom out.
Yeah.
Get him out of here, coach.
Yeah. I agree. We on the same page.
So that's my opinion right there. We'll see. You know, tonight's the night.
Yep, game 1. I'm just mad it's at 9 o'clock, man. As someone who has to work early in the morning, it hurts, man. Like definitely. I'm not getting no sleep, but still, it's the life I chose, right? So before we get up out of here, for the shout outs too. During the NBA Finals pressers, you know, Rachel Nichols was doing interviews with everyone. Klay Thompson basically, and LeBron, they was like, you know, NBA has to get better. If you don't want to see this matchup, you have to get better. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, that's true. Each team that they've gone against has had a chance to dethrone them, and it has not happened. Like, for instance, my Wizards, we've done more talking about the Cavs being scared of us than we have showing them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, showing them on the court.
Yeah.
You know, beating the people that we have to beat in the playoffs to get to eventually get to the Cavs in the Eastern Conference Finals. So if you want to beat the best, don't join the best.
Yeah, you got to play the best, you know.
Yep, but, hey, everybody got a chance.
No, I agree. I mean, it's one of them things where it's like, if we switch it to football, where they're like, oh, you don't like me dancing in the end zone? Stop me from scoring.
Stop me, exactly.
If you stop me from scoring, I won't dance in the end zone. So that's my thing. You know, a lot of people who are Golden State detractors, they'll say, oh, because KD joined y'all super team, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, check me out. In every era, there's been a power team. And because of that power team, smart GMs, start to develop, like, we're going to look for different stoppers, and because of these different stoppers, we're going to elevate ourselves, and then we become the power.
Definitely.
Then we transcend the era of basketball, and then we run it. So my thing is like, oh, the Warriors won 2015. Oh, that's cute. Oh, they went 7-3 and 9.
Yep.
All right, guys, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Come on, let's pick it up.
I want to. Good thing you just touched on KD. I want to get on these people that keep saying, "Oh, the decision. KD's this. KD's that. He's a snake. He's not this." Man, when you step on that basketball, I would like to see how many of you people that's calling him a snake, that's calling him this and that. And I'm looking at you all in the camera. Specifically, my guy GQ. I'm gonna point y'all out. GQ, Day, Deshaun, all my good Morgan State men. Y'all have to stop that. You know, when you watch the game, respect the game. You have to, at the end of the day, you have to put the basketball in the court. You have to put the basketball in the net. It has to go through.
Yeah.
You play to play with good players. You don't play to play with mediocre players. Now,
Absolutely.
the decision was a little wild. He went to the team that
He wouldn't have made
team.
that decision had LeBron not made his.
Right.
So,
right.
The game.
But at the end of the day, he's a grown man. He made a business decision. He wanted to, go to college, per se. Like LeBron, when he left Cleveland, he went to Miami. It's like going to college, going to another level. He wants to, market himself, do this and that.
Let him KD stayed in OKC and never won, we still would vilify him. So
Pretty
pick your
much.
poison. Either we vilify him because he has no rings,
exactly.
or he has rings.
You want him to go out like how Shaquille O'Neal doing Charles Barkley? How many rings I got? Nah. He got his rings.
Right.
And he will get another one, I believe. He'll probably get
another
more.
Finals MVP.
Exactly. So
hey.
man, let that man make his own decisions. Respect the game. Enjoy these. Like I'm done with the Kobe comparisons and the Jordan comparisons because I feel like us as a people right now, we're not enjoying this guy LeBron James and Kevin Durant while they're playing. Like Kobe's career came and went. It was like, oh, we got to really respect these guys and enjoy them while they're here because sooner or later they're going to be gone and we're just going to be looking at old YouTube highlights seeing what they used to do.
Like, man, like I think people are appreciating LeBron, especially his fans, but I feel like Kevin's not getting as much credit. Like
he's not.
He may arguably be the greatest scorer. In my opinion, he's the greatest scorer ever.
He's definitely top. He's up there.
He's top 5.
2, 3.
I say 2. I'm being nice. Like with
they
top
say
5.
he's 6'9", but that man probably about 7 foot. He can pull up from 30, 35.
30, 7'6" wingspan.
Kyrie handles. He can get it how you want it.
Man, like
free throw line, defense now.
He gets buckets.
Respect that man.
You can't stop him from getting buckets.
And of course, he's from Prince George's County.
We out here. All we do is produce ball players.
That's it.
That's what we do. So let's wrap this up. Plug in time. Dom, I'm gonna let you go first.
So I'm a shout out to my good man Brian Inge. He came through with the summer veteran jerseys. If you go on Instagram or Twitter, #SummerVeteran, you will see all of the pictures. He has shirts. He has these nice hoodies coming out. So he has a website, and that is ingeconsultinggroup.com. That's INGECONSULTINGGRP.com.